Hi beauties, welcome to my channel. For today's tutorial, I'm doing a makeup application so that your face looks like you've used a filter. I'm trying to get a clean makeup foundation application. I'm going to tell you all my tips and tricks on how I achieve this look. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for watching. If you can, please subscribe down below. If you ring the little bell, you'll get a notification every time I post a video. I know it's been a little bit, but I'm trying to get back into it. So if you would like to twin this look, then just keep watching. Side note, I did not film the eyeshadow look. This is really just the face and how to get the flawless application on the face. But I can do an eyeshadow look if anybody wants to see it. But again, thanks for watching and please subscribe. Okay, first things first, I do shave my face. I use these Tinkle razors here, and I do this probably twice a month or so, and I literally put conditioner on my face and I shave downwards my entire face, everywhere, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and this makes a huge difference. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I use multiple concealers and multiple primers. So we're going to start with that. We're going to start with the hyaluronic acid moisturizers are really good. These make your skin feel amazing. So I like to use the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench collection. I just ordered the bigger set because I'm winding down on my little sample guy. So I'm going to start with that. This leaves your face so smooth, and I usually let it dry for a minute or two before I apply anything else. I hope I can get a little bit out. Okay. So I take a dab, small amount. I have washed and cleaned my hands as well. And I'm just going to apply this everywhere. This stuff feels so smooth and my skin's so dry that I love the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench collection. And you can see how shiny my face is because it's staying wet, so I let it absorb for a couple minutes. I need to get one of those fan things. Okay, now that that's absorbed, I'm going to go in with the Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later Face Primer. This one's the mattifying one. She also has a hydrating one. I should have got the hydrating, but I like this mattifying one. It's not bad. And I take a little amount of that. I use about this much for my whole face. And I'm going to apply this everywhere as well, and I like to just use my fingers to apply this. Because I really want a smooth makeup application, so I'm going to take as many steps as I need to have a good foundation for the makeup, for the foundation, a good foundation for the foundation. Okay, so we'll let that absorb for a minute or so. And then the third one I use is this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This stuff is like magic. It's close to a dupe of the Tatcha. I don't know if anybody's ever used the Tatcha primer, but this is a close dupe. Looks like this. And I actually like to use a brush to apply this. This is like a Bare Minerals Max Coverage Concealer brush, but it's one of those flat ones. And I'm gonna put this anywhere where my pores usually show through on my makeup, which for me is right in this area. My nose isn't too bad, but right here you can see my pores. So this stuff does a great job of filling those pores in so that the makeup applies smoothly. Okay, so I'm gonna contour with a foundation stick that's darker than my normal color. This one is the Flower, I think this was Drew Barrymore's line. And I got this shade. And so I'm gonna put this from the tip of my ear. I really should focus this camera down a little bit. Hold on. Let's start over a little bit. Yeah, let's start over a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna bronze today with a foundation stick that's darker than my actual foundation. So I'm gonna use the Flower, I think this was Drew Barrymore's line, and this was the shade that I got. And I'm gonna start from the tip of my top of my ear. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna do my chin, my jawbone, and my forehead. Gonna do like a rainbow jam across my forehead like this. Same over here. Tip of my ear, down my cheek, and my jawbone, because I want my face to look a little bit skinnier. And then I'm gonna take this down my nose. So that will look a little slimmer. Ah! Okay. Then I'm gonna mix concealers. I'm gonna use today the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is shade Light Sand. And then I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is shade Light Medium. And I'm just gonna mix these two everywhere I wanna highlight. I'll start with the e.l.f. one. I'm gonna do under my eyes like this, a little bit here, a little bit here, straight down my nose, and like a flower on my forehead. And then I'm just gonna mix in some of this Tarte one, just pretty close to the shade, but I like to make them. Just like that. And oh yeah, my chin. Do that to my chin. We're gonna blend all of this out. So you want to get a damp beauty sponge of any sort. Make sure it's damp enough but not overly damp. And then just blend and press all of the color into the skin. So with my chin, I'm gonna blend down because I'm trying to contour. I want the shadow to be basically under my chin, not going up from the line. So we have like that. Same over here. Blend down. You also, this would be the time when, if you have any acne, scars, dark freckles, anything you want to cover up, use the concealer to spot conceal, but don't blend that part in. So I'm gonna do that here. I have a spot on my chin, so I'm just gonna put the concealer right there, but like that, but I'm not gonna blend it in. Okay, so I'm blending this. I'm gonna blend this down. And I'm just pressing into the skin. Then I'm gonna go in at this point with foundation. I'm gonna use today the Born This Way foundation in shade Nude. I personally love this foundation. I like to dot this on my skin with my clean hands. I like a fuller coverage, so I put a lot of foundation. Put this everywhere, dotting it on. Don't forget about your neck. You want your neck to match your head. Okay. Then, same damp beauty blender. Blend. If you feel like spots are too cakey or look like too much makeup, just flip the sponge and just keep dabbing. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with more concealer under my eyes. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm gonna do basically this all over again, but this time I'm going to blend this out with a baby beauty blender sponge thing. Okay, so I'm gonna use the little guy. This is the regular one, this is the little baby guy. And you wanna have your setting powder ready, whichever one you wanna use. I'm gonna use for under my eyes, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. You wanna have it ready to go, so when you blend this out, you can immediately go in with the powder. So I'm gonna just press this into my under eye, getting this little baby guy gets real precise. I'm gonna do my eyelids again. And then I'm gonna immediately go in with the Laura Mercier powder with that same baby sponge and press this into the area you just put that concealer. Because basically you're just trying to prevent this concealer from creasing on you. See the difference? Same thing, go right in with that concealer under the eye. I do my eyelid as well so that my eyes are primed for eyeshadow. And I'm just dabbing and pressing this powder right into my skin. Okay. Now baking is obviously optional, but I actually like to put this Anastasia translucent powder all over my entire face. This is the translucent one. She has lots of different shades, but particularly this translucent one. And I take my damp beauty blender again, and I literally, let me get my brows on or into my skin. Eyebrows done. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze. I'm gonna take my big fluffy bronzer brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH01, and let's see, what do I want to bronze with? I think I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer. This is in shade Cappuccino. That's that shade. When you're applying your bronzer, you want to start at the top and brush down. You don't want to start at your cheek because that's where the most product's gonna fall. So I'm gonna start at the top, come down, sweeping motion, and I'm gonna basically put this everywhere that I put that contour on before I did my foundation. For blush, I'm going to go in with Physicians Formula Butter Blush. This is in shade Rosy Pink, and any blush brush will do. This blush in particular comes with this applicator, but I really don't like it. It's like a sponge applicator. Kind of, I'll just use a regular brush. This smells so good though. It smells like the beach. I'm going to do apples of my cheeks. And then bring it up a little bit. Then I'm going to highlight. Well, I guess this is more of a lighting powder. This is the Hourglass Ambient Light. No. This is the Hourglass Ambient Luminous Light powder. And I'm going to take just any kind of fluffy brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH09. And this powder is so beautiful. You can use it all over. You don't really want to put any kind of highlighting powder on any texture. So if you have texture peeking through, you don't want to highlight that part. So I'm going to go across my head. I'm going to do my nose, the tip of my nose. I'm going to do my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to highlight my cheeks up here. So I'm going to put a little bit of this down here on my cheeks, my lower cheeks. Just give it a nice little finish. And then I'm going to highlight with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow. I always say this is the shade Mega Glow, but I'm not sure. It's this one. I've been obsessed with it. It's a beautiful loose highlighter. I'm gonna take that same brush, the fluffy one, get some on, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna highlight right there, on the other side. And then I'm gonna just kind of use my finger to press this into the skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight a little bit where I put that powder. Same thing, and then on my chin a little bit. Same thing. Just going to press it into my skin. Now I'm going to finish my eyes and lashes, eyeliner, and lips off camera, and I'll be right back to show you the final steps. Okay, so here is the finished eye makeup look. I also did my lips and my eyeliner, mascara, straightened my hair. So this is the completed look. So lastly, for flawless skin, you definitely want to set your face with any kind of setting powder. I'm obsessed with this Morphe Continuous Spray because it's a continuous spray versus like a spritz. So just everywhere. Again, I need one of those fans. Keep your eyes closed a little bit until it kind of sets in a little bit. Okay. And your look should be complete with some flawless looking filter skin. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.